First, I must state for the record that this is my second attempt at writing a foreword for a book that no one, other than my wife Diane, may ever read. I will admit that my mother and father have read most of it. After all, the book is basically a collection of letters recounting my travels from around the world that I have written to them or to Diane over the years. I have also taken the liberty of inserting a few new bonus stories about some of my adventures that weren't originally in those letters, an attempt to help the flow by filling in some gaps. In addition, since this may be my only formal attempt at publishing a novel, I have interlaced the book with a few poems and short stories that I wrote following my high school graduation. By doing this, I also won't need to go hunting for them in my old age. In my youth, I thought I wanted to be a writer. During my freshman year of college, my ego was stroked in my creative writing class, but I still went unrecognized as anything special. I received a B+ in that class and retreated from any formal training in the art. In retrospect, I realize now that college was just about the money, and my professor's only valid advice to me was that I had to have a life before I could really write about it. I suppose the professor was right, but I wrote my first novel anyway, between working an 8-hour day and going to college at night for 5 years. That manuscript is still in a drawer somewhere. At the time, I thought it was great, but I always lacked the confidence and funds to pursue the life of a true writer. Instead, I pursued a different life that was, by any definition, full and rewarding in its own right. I now humbly submit an account of that life for your analysis, critique, and criticism, because I know that the original title alone offended some. Please understand that I did not come up with the title Jesus Christ Jeffrey myself. The words have been spoken about me or to me, depending on the circumstances, many times throughout my life by many different people. They are best delivered with a tone of disbelief, or perhaps disgust. The original title was not meant to single out one particular religion over another. It was just an expression. It is not a call to followers, because I wanted none. I changed the title because I am a capitalist at heart, and I only want your money, not your admiration. However, if I am lucky, perhaps you will enjoy my stories, and that would be an even greater reward. Okay, I choked on that one. Let's just say I'm human. I want my cake and eat it too. Jeffrey Lynn Stein. P.S. You would be mistaken if you think this book is about religion, because it is not. If you really want to know how I feel about that subject, feel free to read my backword at the end of the book. Initially, this was an attempt at writing a foreword to my book, but my wife and editor, in more ways than one, explained to me that if I placed it at the beginning of the book, no one would buy it. Therefore, being a flexible individual, you can ask any of my friends or relatives, I created a new concept and called it the backword. Hopefully, it will see the light of day.